Captain.
Anything wrong? The accommodations?
No, they appeared quite interesting.
The cells are below. This is the common room for those who wait.
How long do they wait?
Some an hour, some a lifetime.
Do they all await the Inquisition?
No, these are thieves and murderers. If you need anything, just shout. If you're able.
What did he mean by that?
Calm yourself. There's a remedy for everything but death.
That could be the very remedy we need.
Good morning, gentlemen, ladies. I regret being thrust upon you in this manner and hope you will not find my company objectionable. In any case, I trust I shall not be among you long. The Inquisition...
Enough! Noise, trouble, fights, kill each other if you must. But for God's sakes, do it quietly. Who are you, eh? Speak up.
Cervantes. Don Miguel de Cervantes.
Oh, gentlemen.
It has never saved me from going to bed hungry.
And that?
My servants. May I have the honor?
They call me the governor. What's your game?
My game?
Your specialty, man. Cut purse, highwayman.
Oh, nothing so interesting. I am a poet.
They're putting men in prison for that.
No, not for that.
Too bad.
Well, let's get on with the trial.
Excuse me, what trial?
Yours, of course.
But what have I done?
We'll find something.
You don't seem to understand how
My dear sir, no one enters or leaves this prison without being tried by his fellow prisoners.
And if I'm found guilty?
Oh, you will be.
What sort of a sentence?
We generally find a prisoner all his possessions.
All of them?
It's not practical to take more.
One moment. These things are my livelihood.
Thought you said you're a poet.
Of the theater.
Oh, false.
Costumes and properties. You see, actually, I'm a playwright and an actor, so these poor things could not possibly be of any use to...
Ah.
Not that. Please, not that.
Heavy. Valuable.
Only to me.
We might let you ransom it.
I have no money.
How unfortunate. Paper.
Manuscripts.
Still worthless.
Wait, you spoke of a trial. By your own word, we must be given a trial.
Very well. I hereby declare this court in session. Now then, what are you here for?
I am to appear before the Inquisition.
Heresy?
Not exactly. You see, I had been employed by the government as a tax collector.
Poet, actor, tax collector?
A temporary thing to keep us from starvation.
Well, how does a tax collector get in trouble with the Inquisition?
I made an assessment against the monastery of La Merced. When they refused to pay, I issued a lien on the property.
You did what?
He foreclosed on a church.
And why are you here?
Someone had to tack the church notice on the door.
These two have empty rooms in their heads.
The law says treat everyone equally. We were only obeying the law.
Governor, if you don't mind, I should like to prosecute this case.
Why?
What I said is like stupidity, especially in masquerades as virtue. Don Miguel de Cervantes, I charge you with being an idealist, a bad poet, and an honest man. I'll plead you.
Guilty.
Bravo! It is the judgment of this
Your
court.
Excellency, what about my defense?
But you just pleaded guilty.
Since I have just admitted guilt, isn't the court required to hear me out?
For what purpose?
The jury may choose to be lenient.
He's trying to gain time.
Do you have a scarcity of that?
Any urgent appointments?
It is true I have been found guilty of these charges. An idealist, I have never had the courage to believe in nothing. A bad poet, that comes a bit more painfully. Still,
Let's hear your defense.
Your Excellency, if you've no objection, I should like to present it in the manner I know best. In the form of a charade.
Charade?
An entertainment, if you will.
Entertainment?
At worst, it will beguile your time. And if any of you should care to enter in.
Governor, I should like to protest.
No, let's hear him out.
Then, may I set the stage? I shall impersonate a man. Come, enter into my imagination and see him. His name, Alonso Quijana, a country squire, no longer young, bony and hollow-faced, eyes that burn with the fire of inner vision. Being retired, he has much time for books. He studies them morn and night, and often through the night as well. All he reads oppresses him, fills him with indignation at man's murderous ways towards man. He broods and broods and broods, and finally, from so much brooding, his brains dry up. He lays down the melancholy burden of sanity and conceives the strangest project ever imagined, to become a knight errant and sally forth into the world to right all wrongs. No longer shall he be plain old Alonso Quijana, but a dauntless knight, known as Don Quixote de la Mancha. Hear me now, O thou bleak and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. And a knight with his banners all bravely unfurled now hurls down his gauntlet to thee. I, Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, my destiny calls and I go. And the wild winds of fortune shall carry me onward, whithersoever they blow. Whithersoever they blow, onward to glory I go.
I'm Sancho, yes, I'm Sancho. I'll follow my master till the end. I'll tell all the world proudly I'm his squire, I'm his friend.
Hear me, heathens and wizards and serpents of sin, all your dastardly doings are past. For a holy endeavor is now to begin, and virtue shall triumph at last. How dost thou like adventuring?
Oh, marvelous, your grace. But it's strange. To me, this great road to glory looks exactly like the road to El Tobaso, where you can buy chickens cheap.
Like beauty, my friend. 'Tis all in the eyes of the beholder. Only wait, and thou shalt see amazing sights.
What kinds?
Why, warlocks and wizards, knights, nations, a cavalcade of vast, unending armies.
Oh, they sound dangerous.
They are dangerous. And one there'll be who leads them. And he will be most dangerous of all.
Who is he?
The great enchanter. Beware him, Sancho, for his mind is dark and his spirit shriveled. He has little eyes like machines, and wherever he walks, the earth is blighted. But one day we shall meet face to face, and on that day...
Oh, I wouldn't get too upset, your grace. As I always say, have patience and shuffle the cards.
Do you never run out of proverbs?
No, I was born with a belly full of them.
Aha!
What?
How long since we sallied forth?
About 2 minutes.
So soon shall I engage in brave, unequal combat.
Combat? Where?
Canst thou not see? There in the distance, a monstrous giant of infamous repute.
Where?
It is the dark and dreaded ogre by the name of Medigogre. You can tell by the forearms a-whirling on his back.
That's a windmill.
Ho! Feckless giant standing there! Avast! Avant! On guard! Beware!
No, I swear by my wife's little black mustache, that's not a giant, it's only a...
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say, Your Grace, that's a windmill?
The work of my enemy.
The enchanter?
At the last moment, he transformed that ogre into a windmill. Sancho, it comes to me.
What?
How he was able to upset me. It is because I have never actually been dubbed a knight.
Well, why didn't you say something? I'll be glad to attend to it.
Thank you, my friend, but it may only be done by another knight.
Oh, that's a problem. I've never seen another knight.
The lord of a castle would do, or a king, or even a duke.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out for any kings or dukes as we go. By the way, does your Grace know where we're going?
Wherever the road may lead. Aha!
Now what?
The very place.
Where?
There in the distance, a castle.
Maybe this is where we can get yourself dubbed.
It is rock-bound amidst the crags.
Crags?
Yes, and the banners. Oh, the brave banners flaunting in the wind.
Anything on them?
I see a cat crouching on a field tawny, and below it, the inscription, Meow. Undoubtedly the insignia of some great lord. Blow thy bugle that a dwarf may mount the battlements and announce our coming!
But I don't see a castle. But I do see something. It's an inn.
An inn? Come, we shall ride straight to thy yon castle, and there thy vision may improve. And here's an example of how to the untrained eye one thing may seem to be another. To Sancho, an inn. To Quixote, a castle. To anyone else, whatever his mind may make of it. But for the sake of argument, let us grant Sancho his vision. An inn, please. A kindly innkeeper. Would you, sir? His less kindly wife. You. Muleters, rough men, 15 miles on the road today. All of you, yes, all of you, and you too. And in most particular, a woman.
You want it on the table? Of your lousy heads. There, swine, feed.
I brought something for you.
Little dogs have big ideas.
Tonight?
Heavy little bed.
Algonza, sweetheart, come here.
Talk with your mouth, not your hand.
I've got a nice thick bed of hay in the stable.
Good. Eat it.
You would refuse Pedro?
Try me.
My mules are not as stubborn.
Fine. Make love to your mule.
I come for love, I come for love, I come to a wonderful love.
One pair of arms is like another. I don't know why or who's to blame. I'll go with you or with your brother. It's all the same. It's all the same. This I have learned, that when the lights One pair of arms is like another. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Well, gentlemen, everything in order?
Did you feed the mules?
They're eating as well as you.
God forbid.
Yes, it's well known that I set the finest table between Madrid and Malaga. My veterans have always said that I have the finest food in argument.
What's the name of?
Oh, it's the pig butcher. I didn't expect him till tomorrow. Coming, Senor Butcher, coming.
Is the lord of the castle at hand? I say, is the Castellano here?
I am in charge of this place.
We waited, sire, for a dwarf to mount the battlements and announce us, but none came.
The dwarves are all busy.
Noble lords and ladies, my master, Don Quixote, knight errant and defender of the right pursuer and lofty undertaking, implores the boon of hospitality.
Well, sir, is it granted?
Oh, absolutely. This inn, this castle, is open to everybody.
Excuse me. He's a madman.
Madmen are the children of God. Sir Knight, you must be hungry.
Aye, that I am.
Well, there's food aplenty and for your squire, too. I'll just help him stable the animals.
Gentle knights, fair chatelaine, if there be any among you that require my assistance, you need but to speak, and my good right arm is at your service. Whether it be a princess being held for ransom, an army besieged and awaiting rescue, or merely, dear God, it is she.
Blair.
Sweet maiden, fair virgin. I durst not look fully upon thy countenance, lest I be blinded by beauty. But I implore thee, speak once thy name.
Aldonza.
My lady jests.
Aldonza!
The name of a kitchen scullion, or mayhap my lady's serving maid.
I told you my name. Now get out of my way!
Did my lady think to put me to a test? Ah, sweet sovereign of my captive heart, I shall not fail thee, for I know. I have dreamed thee too long, never seen thee or touched thee, but known thee with all of my heart. Half a prayer, half a song, thou hast always been with me, though we have been always apart. Dulcinea, Dulcinea, I see heaven when I see thee, Dulcinea, and thy name is like a prayer an angel whispers, Dulcinea, Dulcinea. If I reach out to thee, do not tremble and shrink from the touch of my hand on thy hair. Let my fingers but see thou art warm and alive, and no phantom to fade in the air. Dulcinea, Dulcinea, I have sought thee, sung thee, dreamed thee, Dulcinea. Now I found thee, and the world shall know thy glory, Dulcinea,
Signor Knight, I'll show you to your quarters.
Hi, Dulcinea.
And thy name is like a prayer in angel whispers. Dulcinea, 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 Dulcinea. I sought thee, sung thee, dreamed thee, Dulcinea. Only as the world shall know thy glory, Dulcinea, Dulcinea.
Governor! Governor! If you don't mind, this man proposed to offer you defense.
But this is my defense.
Most curious I've ever heard.
But if it entertains,
The word is diverts. I think your purpose is to divert us from ours.
precisely. Now if I may get on with it.
Continue your defense.
Imagine now the family our brave knight left behind. Not the lords and ladies and retainers of Don Quixote de la Mancha, but the simple womenfolk of a country squire known as Alonso Quijana. Imagine their shock as news of the master's madness reaches them. To his niece, Antonia, who is worried about its effect on her upcoming marriage. To his housekeeper of many years, who is worried about even darker matters. Will you do it? To the local padre who has known Alonso all his life.
Please, me.
Very well.
Oh, thank you so much.
And shortly there will appear a character whose philosophy, I believe, will appeal enormously to you. Alonso's niece and his housekeeper hurry to the neighborhood church. Sancho, may we have a church? Anguished by this terrible situation, and not unaware of what the neighbors may think, they seek help and advice from the padre.
That's me.
The padre. But despite the trouble which the squire's madness may bring down upon her head, you may be sure she is only thinking of him.
I'm only thinking of him. I'm only thinking of him. Whatever I may do or say, I'm only thinking of him. In my body, it's well known, there is not one selfish bone. I'm only thinking and worrying about him. I've been told he's chasing dragons, and I fear it may be true. If my groom should hear about it, heaven knows what he will do. Oh, I dearly love my uncle, but for what he's done to me, I would like to take and lock him up and throw away the key. But if I do, there is one thing that I swear will still be true. I'm only thinking of him. I'm only thinking of him. I'm only thinking about him. I'm only thinking of him. I'm only thinking of him. Whatever I may do or say, I'm only thinking of him. In the very heart of me, there is Christian charity. I'm only thinking and worrying about him. Oh, they say he's been too lonely, living years without a spouse. So when he returns, I fear I may have trouble in the house. Oh, they say he seeks a lady. forbid that in his madness he would ever think it's me. If he should try, I'll surely die, and I will grimly guard my honor as I cry.
Intelligence, logic. He is Antonia's fiancé, Dr. Sansón Carrasco, Bachelor of Science, graduate of the University of Salamanca. A man who carries his own self-importance as though afraid of breaking it. I'd forgotten how family quarrels have such a way of getting out of hand. With so much at stake at the game, let us rearrange the pieces. The queen, clever. The castle, formidable. The bishop, charmingly diagonal. And now, the problem of the night.
Samson!
Have you heard?
On my way here, I was informed by at least 10 people. My dear, your uncle's a laughingstock for the entire neighborhood. Padre, what do you know of this?
Only that the good Senor Quijana has been carried away by his imagination.
Senor Quijana has lost his mind and is suffering from delusions.
Is there a difference?
Exactitude meeting. I beg to remind you, Padre, that I am a doctor.
Please don't argue. We must do something about him.
I'm a little more concerned about us.
What do you mean, us?
Our marriage, my dear. There's a certain embarrassment in having a madman in the family. In the eyes of others.
Please, doctor.
I do not relish playing a lunatic's uncle.
The innocent must pay for the sins of the guilty.
Guilty of what? A gentle delusion?
How do you know it's gentle? This time who knows the violence he has committed? He was armed.
With sword and lance.
Samson, I hope so much for us. For you, really. Everything was to be for you. My uncle's house, his lands.
True, doctor. In time, they would all be yours. After all, if one is to serve science, one must have the means.
Are you priest or pawnbroker?
What I meant was, consider the challenge.
Challenge?
Think of what it would take to wean this man from madness and persuade him to return home.
That is a challenge.
Impossible.
He can't have gotten far.
No more than a day's journey.
Get ready, Padre. We shall go after him. But as we go, there is one thing that I want the world to know.
Once again, we every often heard refrain. He's
Only thinking of him. Whatever he do or say, he's only thinking of him.
In my body, it's well known. There's not one selfish bone.
He's only thinking and worrying about
him.
We're only thinking of him. We're only thinking of him. Whatever we may do or say, we're only thinking of him. In our bodies it's well known, there is not one selfish bone. We're only thinking and worrying about him.
Let us now return to the inn, to the kitchen of the inn. Ah, yes, yesterday's onion stew, chicken tripe with peppers. Ew. Now then, as everyone knows, it is imperative that a knight shall have a lady. For a knight without a lady is like a body without a soul. To whom would he dedicate each victory? What vision sustained him when he sallies forth to do battle with ogres and with giants? Don Quixote, having discovered his lady, sends his faithful squire to her with a missive.
Missive? What's a missive?
It's a sort of letter. My master wanted me to give it only into your hand.
Let me see. I can't read.
Neither can I. But my master, foreseeing such a possibility, recited it to me so I could commit it to heart.
What made him think I couldn't read?
Well, he said that you were so busy with your needlework,
Needle.
embroidering banners for their knights. He said you had no time for study.
Well, what's it say?
Most lovely sovereign and high-born lady, the heart of this thy vassal knight faints for thy favor, O fairest of the fair, purest of the pure, incomparable Dulcinea.
That again! My name is Aldonza!
Well, my master calls you Dulcinea.
Why?
I'm not sure, but from experience, I know that you better not ask too many questions because it only gets you into trouble. I beg thee grant that I may kiss the nethermost hem of thy garment.
Kiss my wig?
If you keep interrupting me, the whole thing's gonna be out of my head.
Well, what does he want?
I'm getting to it. Again, I kiss the nethermost of thy garment, and send to me a token of thy fair esteem, that I may carry as my standard into battle.
What kind of token?
He says generally it's a silken scarf.
Your master's a crack-brain.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Well, they say one bad man makes 100 and love makes 1,000.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
You're crazy, too! Well, what are you waiting for?
The token.
I'll give him a token. Here!
But, my lady.
Don't you my lady me or I'll crack you like an egg. Wait a minute. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit! Why do you follow him?
Oh, that's easy to explain.
Why?
I'm telling you.
Why?
I like him. I really like him. Tear out my fingernails one by one. I like him. I don't have a very good reason. Since I've been with him, cuckoo nuts have been in season. But there's nothing I can do. Chop me up for onion stew. Still I yell to the sky, though I can't tell you why, that I like him.
But that doesn't make any sense.
That's because you're not a squire.
Oh, all right. I'm not a squire. So tell me, how does a squire squire?
Well, I ride behind him, and he fights. Then I pick him up off the ground.
What do you get out of it?
What do I get? Well, I've gotten...
You've gotten nothing. Why do you do it?
I like him. I really like him. Pluck me naked as a scalded chicken. I like him. Don't ask me for why or wherefore, 'cause I don't have a single good because or therefore. You can barbecue my nose, make a giblet of my toes, make me freeze, make me fry, make me sigh, make me cry. Still I yell to the sky, though I can't tell you why that I like you.
Oh, hey there, old hack, little girl. Here's something to warm your heart and cover your bones. What's the matter? Not good enough? Just like humans. Always want what the other one's got. It's the same as I get. Maybe better. A fine pair. Just as crazy as your master. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing. But you've got no choice. Do as you're told. But who can figure him out? Why does he do the things he does? Why does he do these things? Why does he march through that dream that he's in, covered with glory and rusty old tin? Why does he live in a world that can be his? What does he want of me? What does he want of me? Why does he say the things he says? Why does he say these things? Sweet Dulcinea and missive and such, nethermost hem of thy garment I touch. No one can be what he wants me to be. Oh, what does he want of me? What does he want of me? Doesn't he know he'll be laughed at wherever he'll go? And why I'm not laughing myself, I don't know. Why does he want the things he wants? Why does he want these things? Why does he batter at walls that won't break? Why does he give when it's natural to take? Where does he see all the good he can see? And what does he want of me? What does he want of
Little bird, in the cinnamon tree. Little bird, do you sing for me? Do you bring me word? Do you bring me one? One I know, one I know. Everybody. Little bird, I love her so. Little bird, I have to know. Little bird, beneath this tree.
try. For here we met, and here we kiss. And in one cold and moonless night we said goodbye. Little bird, oh how pretty on me. Bring her back to me now, neath the cinnamon tree. I waited too long without a song. Little bird, please fly, please go. Little bird, and tell us so. Little bird, little bird. I spit in the milk of your little bird.
Here, what's this?
Give it back!
It's a letter.
Oh, that's how stupid you are, it's a missive!
Listen, who reads?
Oh! Yes,
Most lovely, sovereign, and high-born lady. From her knight. A love letter.
it's a stupid joke!
Then why so hot about it?
Has he touched your heart?
Nobody touches my heart.
All those fine words?
Fine words. He's a man, isn't he? He wants what every other man wants.
Aldonza.
Later, when I'm finished in the kitchen. Little bird, oh how pretty on me. Bring her back to me now, neath the cinnamon tree. I have waited too long without a song. Little bird, please fly, please go. Little bird, and tell us so. Little bird, little bird.
I shall confess I won't know what to say to him.
In that case, leave it to me.
He may not even know us.
I'm prepared for that contingency. Should he fail to recognize
Who
us?
is it crieth help of Don Quixote de la Mancha? Is it a castle beleaguered by giants? A king who lies under enchantment? An army besieged and awaiting rescue? Why, what is this? My friends!
You know us?
Should a man not know his friends, Dr. Carrasco? Padre Perez.
Senor Quijana.
I should prefer that you address me properly. I am Don Quixote, knight errant of La Mancha.
Senor Quijana.
Don Quixote.
There are no giants, no kings under enchantment, no chivalry, no knights. There have been no knights for over 300 years.
So learned, yet so misinformed.
These are facts.
Facts are the enemy of truth.
Your Grace.
Well, did she receive thee? And the token? What of the token? Gossamer! Oh, forgive me, I am overcome.
It's from this lady.
So there's a woman.
A lady. She is the Lady Dulcinea. Her beauty is far more than human. Her touch, perfection. She is the very meaning of woman, and all meaning woman has to man.
To each his Dulcinea.
Someone approaches.
Just an ordinary traveler.
But look what he wears upon his head! Get thee to a place of hiding, Sancho!
Though your chin be smooth as satin, you will need me soon, I know. For the law protects his barbers and he makes the trouble grow. If I slip when I am shaving you and cut you to the quick, you can use me as a doctor, 'cause I also heal the sick. By the beard of St. Anthony, I could swear I see before me a knight in full armor. That's ridiculous. There are no more knights. Ah! Forgive me, sir. I was wrong. I thought I'd been touched by the sun.
Thou wilt be touched by far worse if thou dost not speedily hand over that golden helmet.
Golden helmet? Oh, but this is a shaving basin.
Shaving basin?
I must say, Your Grace, it sure looks like a shaving basin.
Yes. You see, I am a barber. A barber? I travel from village to village, plying my trade, and I was wearing this on my head to ward off the rays of the sun. So that's how your highness made the mistake.
Silence! Dost thou not know what this really is? The golden helmet of Mambrino. When worn by one of noble heart, it renders him invulnerable to all wounds. Misbegotten knave, where didst thou steal it?
I didn't steal it.
Hand it over.
But it cost me half a crown.
Hand it over, I shall.
It is worth half a crown.
Fool! Oh.
Our golden helmet of Mambrino, so illustrious a past. Too long hast thou been lost to glory, thought rediscovered now at last. Golden helmet of Mambrino, there can be no hat like thee. Thee and I now, ere I die now, will make golden history.
I can hear the cuckoo singing in the cuckoo berry tree.
If he says that that's a helmet, I suggest that you agree.
But he'll find it is not gold and will not make him bold and brave.
Well, at least he'll find it useful if he ever needs to shave.
Now, golden helmet of Mambrino, thy deeds the world will not forget. Now Don Quixote de la Mancha will show thee greater glory yet. Golden helmet of Mambrino, there can be no hat like thee. Thee and I now, ere I die now, will make
It's so beautiful.
Your friends have departed.
Sir Castellano,
Here, what's this?
I should make a confession.
To me?
I should confess that I have never actually been dubbed a knight.
Oh, that's bad.
Yet I am well qualified, my lord. I am brave, courteous, bold, generous, affable, and patient.
Yes, that's the list.
Therefore, I would beg a boon of thee.
Anything. Within reason.
Tonight, I would hold vigil in the chapel of thy castle, and at dawn, receive from thy hand the ennobling stroke of knighthood.
There's one difficulty. No chapel.
What?
That is, it's being repaired, but if you could hold your vigil someplace else.
Here in the courtyard, under the stars.
Fine, and at sunrise you should be dubbed a knight.
I thank thee.
Now, let's have some supper.
Supper? Before a vigil? No, my lord. On this of all nights, I must fast and compose my spirit.
There goes either the wisest madman or the maddest wise man.
He is mad.
Well, in any case, we have failed.
Not necessarily. We know the sickness, not to find the cure.
The cure. May it be not worse than the disease.
To each his dulcinea, that he alone can name. To each a secret hiding place where he can find the haunting face to light Yet if you build your life on dreams, it's prudent to recall a man with moonlight in his hand has nothing there at all. There is no Dulcinea. She's made of flame and air. And yet how lovely life would seem if every man could weave a dream to keep him from despair, to reach his Dulcinea, though she's not a flame and air.
Now must I consider how sages of the future will describe this historic night. Long after the sun had retired to its couch, darkening the gates and balconies of La Mancha, Don Quixote, with measured tread and lofty expression, held vigil in the courtyard of a mighty castle. Oh, maker of empty boasts, now of all nights to give way to vanity. Nay, Don Quixote, take a deep breath of life and see how it should be lived. Claim nothing thy own except thy soul. Love not what thou art, only what thou may become. Do not pursue pleasure, for thou may have the misfortune to overtake it. Look always forward. In last year's nest, there are no birds this year. Be just to all men. Be courteous to all women. Live in the beauty for whom good deeds are done. She that is called Dulcinea.
Why do you call me that?
My lady.
Get up from there. Get up. Why do you call me that?
Because it is thy name.
My name is Aldonza.
I know thee, my lady.
My name is Aldonza, and I think you know me not.
All my years I have known thee. Thy virtue, thy nobility of spirit.
Take another look.
I have already seen thee in my heart.
Your heart doesn't know much about women.
It knows all, my lady. A woman is the light that shines man's way. A woman is glory.
I must go. Pedro is waiting. Why do you do these things?
What things?
These ridiculous things you do.
I hope to add a measure of grace to the world.
The world's a dung heap, and we're all maggots that crawl upon it.
My lady knows better in her heart.
What's in my heart will get me halfway to hell. And you, Senor Don Quixote, you're going to take such a beating.
Whether I win or lose does not matter.
What does?
Only that I follow the quest.
That for your quest. What does this mean? Quest.
It is the mission of each true knight. His duty, nay, his privilege. To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe. To bear with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong. To love pure and chaste from afar. To try when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that But my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. The unreachable star.
Once, just once, would you look at me as I really am?
I see beauty, purity. I see the woman each man holds sacred in his heart, Dulcinea.
Keep me waiting, will you?
I wasn't.
My princess, my lady, my little flower.
Monster!
Stay clear!
Thou would strike a woman?
Stand back or I'll break your empty head.
Oh, thou heart of flint and bowels of cork, now shall I chastise thee.
I warn you! Oh, I'm killed. No terrors to rescue!
Yeah! Come on! Don Quixote will vanquish armies!
Let him be! I said let him be. He's worth 1,000 of you!
Not the same, eh?
Victory!
Victory! Victory!
Oh, master!
Oh, the noise! Oh, what dreadful thing!
What glorious thing!
Sir Castellano, I would inform you that the right has triumphed.
Oh, master, are you hurt?
No, Sancho. A minor weakness. Temporary and of no...
Oh, he is hurt!
Oh, what has happened? The mad man!
Maria! Oh, fetch some bandages, hurry!
I told you this would happen if...
Go to bed!
He's coming around.
Oh, that I might always wake to such a vision.
I must say, Your Grace, we certainly did a job out there, didn't we?
We routed them, did we?
Oh, that Banter walked bow-legged for a week.
My lady, it is not seemly to gloat over the fallen.
Let him rot.
Sir, I am a tame and peaceful man. Please, Sir Knight, I hate to be inhospitable, but I must ask you to leave as soon as you're able.
I am sorry to have offended the dignity of thy castle, and will leave with sunrise. But first, sir, I must remind thee of thy promise.
Promise?
True, it is not yet dawn, but I have held vigil in the courtyard and proven myself in battle. Therefore, I beg that thou dub me knight.
Oh, that. Certainly, let's get it over with.
Would thou be good enough to fetch my sword? My lady, I cannot tell thee how joyful I am that this ceremony should take place in my presence.
Oh, be careful.
It is a solemn moment which seals my vocation.
Are you ready?
I am.
Very well then. Kneel. Don Quixote de la Mancha, I hereby dub thee knight.
Thank you.
Your lordship,
What? Didn't I do it right?
if your lordship could make some mention of the deeds I have performed to earn this honor.
Don Quixote de la Mancha, having proved yourself this day in glorious and terrible combat, and by my authority as lord of this castle, I hereby dub thee knight.
Thank you.
Your lordship,
Something else?
it is customary to grant a new knight an added name. If your lordship could devise such a name for me.
Hail, knight of the woeful countenance, knight of the woeful countenance. Wherever you go, people will know of the glorious deeds of the knight of the woeful countenance. Farewell and good cheer, oh my brave cavalier, ride onward to glorious strife. I swear when you're gone, I'll remember you well for all of the rest of my life. Hail, knight of the woeful countenance, knight of the woeful countenance. Wherever you go, face to the foe, they will quail at the sight of the knight of the woeful countenance. O valorous knight, go and fight for the right, and battle all villains that be. But when you do, what will happen to you? Thank God I won't be there to see. Hail, knight of the woeful countenance, knight of the woeful countenance. Wherever you go, people will know of the glorious deeds of the knight of the woeful countenance.
I thank thee.
Now, Sir Knight, I am going to bed, and I advise you to do the same.
Knight of the woeful countenance.
It's a beautiful name.
Come, Your Grace, let's get you to bed.
Not yet. I owe something to my enemies.
I think that account's been paid for.
No, my lady. Now I must raise them up and minister to their wounds.
What?
Nobility demands. So I'll just take these along and...
I'll take them. I'll minister.
But,
They were my enemies too.
oh, blessed one.
Come, Your Grace, let's get you to bed.
Oh, blessed one. Blessed one.
What do you think you're doing?
Ministering to your wounds.
You're doing what?
Nobility demands. Turn over, you poxy goat.
Little bird, in the cinnamon.
the cinnamon tree. Little bird, do you sing for me? Do you bring me word of what I know? Little bird, little bird.
Oh, Sancho, how I do envy my enemies.
Envy?
To think that they know the healing touch of my lady Dulcinea. Let this teach an example to you, Sancho. Nobility triumphs. Virtue always prevails. Now, in the moment of victory, do I confirm my knighthood and my oath. For all my life, this I do swear. To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unbeatable foe. To bear with unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. That sound,
The man of the Inquisition.
what does it mean?
They're coming to fetch someone. They'll haul him off. Put the question to him. Next thing he knows, it's burning.
Are they coming for me?
Very possibly. Are you afraid, Cervantes? Where's your courage? Is that in your imagination too? No escape, Cervantes. This is happening. Not to your brave man of La Mancha, but to you. Quick, Cervantes. Call upon him. Let him save you. Let him shield you, if he can, from that.
Better.
Thank you.
Good, then we can get on with your defense.
If I might just rest a moment.
This place, La Mancha, what is it like?
An empty place. Great wide plains.
A desert.
A wasteland.
Which apparently grows lunatics.
I would say, rather, men of illusion.
Much the same. Why are you poets so fascinated with madmen?
I suppose we have a lot in common.
You both turn your backs on life.
We both select from life what pleases us.
A man must come to terms of life as it is.
My friend, I have lived almost 50 years, and I have seen life as it is. Pain, misery, hunger, cruelty beyond belief. I have heard the singing in taverns and the moans from bundles of filth on the streets. I have been a soldier and seen my comrades fall in battle or die more slowly under the lash in Africa. I have held them in my arms at the last moment. These were men who saw life as it is, yet they died despairing. No glory, no gallant last words, only their eyes filled with confusion, whimpering the question, why? I do not think they were asking why they were dying, but why they had lived. When life itself seems lunatic, who knows where madness lies? Perhaps too much sanity may be madness. To seek treasure where there is only trash? Maybe to be practical is madness. And maddest of all, to see life as it is, and not as it ought to be. I am Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, destroyer of evil am I. I will march to the sounds of the trumpets of glory, forever to conquer or die. Ha ha ha!
But I don't understand.
What, my friend?
First you find your lady, then you lose her.
Never lost.
But she ran off with those mule drivers.
Undoubtedly with some high purpose.
High purpose with those low characters.
Sancho, Sancho, always thine eye sees evil in preference to good.
You mustn't blame that eye. It doesn't see the world, it only makes it. Besides, anyway, there's something my eye sees truly enough. Gypsies, Moors. Let's make a wide track around them, your grace, for they're a scurvy lot, and your grace can't deny that.
You see, thou hast fallen into the trap of thy peasant mind again. Have I not taught thee, Sancho, that appearance is not reality?
They're not thieves and murderers?
Sancho, never condemn before thou knowest. You see, a young innocent approaches. Charming.
But she's a trollop, and he...
Has done with these foul suspicions. Dost thou not understand their language? These two are merely brother and sister, offspring of the noble African lord, Sidi Ben Mali.
Brother and sister?
Maiden, what wilt thou?
I think I know what she will.
She wishes me to feel the beating of her heart. Such is her innocence, she does not even know where it is.
Or how many she has.
Much as I surmised.
What's he saying?
A most grievous tale. It appears that the noble Sidi Ben Mali has been taken captive, and even now lies in durance vile not 5 leagues from here. While these, his faithful retainers and family, travel the countryside in hopes of finding a ransom. Observe, Sancho, the quaint customs of these Africans. In this charming manner, they ask that I make contribution to their cause.
Don't do it!
Thou wouldst deny a fellow knight in jeopardy? Here, sweet maiden, with all my heart. Shame on thee for a parsimonious wretch! Shame on thee for a reluctant Christian! Shame on thee for a small-hearted peasant! Shame, Sancho! Multiple shame! Ah, Sancho, I knew it! I knew thy heart was good! What is their gratitude? Join them.
open the gates.
It's the pig butcher. Don't you remember we expected him yesterday?
Oh, no, don't open the gates. Don't open the gates.
Not again. This place is closed.
What?
This castle is out of business.
Thou wouldst deny us sanctuary? I hate you, but and from a knight who was dubbed by thy own hand?
Doesn't seem right.
Not by any rules of chivalry.
They stole everything.
Have done, Sancho.
Our clothes, our animals.
But thou art on it. Why don't you declare truce and allow wickedness to flourish?
I'm afraid wickedness wears a thick armor.
And for that thou wouldst have me stop trying? Nay, let a man be overthrown 10,000 times. Still he must rise again and do battle. The enchanter may confuse the outcome, but the effort still remains sublime.
Lies. Madness and lies.
Alonso, what happened?
Ask him.
Maria! I shall punish them that did this crime.
Crime? You know what the worst crime of all is? Being born. For that, you get punished your whole life.
Dulcinea.
Enough of that! Get yourself to a madhouse. Rave about nobility where no one can hear.
My lady.
I am not your lady. I am not any kind of lady. I was spawned in a ditch by a mother who left me there naked and cold and too hungry to cry. I never blamed her. I'm sure she left hoping that I'd have a good sense to die. Then of course there's my father. I'm told that young ladies can point to their fathers in maidenly pride. Mine was a regiment here for an hour. I can't even tell you which side. So of course I became, as befitted my delicate birth, the most casual bride of a murdering scum of the earth.
And still thou art my lady.
And still he torments me. Lady, how can I be any kind of lady? For a lady has modest and maidenly airs and a virtue I somehow suspect that I lack. It's hard to remember those maidenly airs in a stable lay flat on your back. Won't you look at me, God, won't you look at me, look at this kitchen maid breaking a sweat. Born on a dung heap to die on a dung heap, a strumpet men use and forget. If you feel that you see me not quite at my virginal best, cross my palm with a coin and I'll willingly show you the rest.
Never deny thou art Dulcinea.
Take the clouds from your eyes and see me as I really am. You have shown me the sky, but what good is the sky to a creature who never do better than crawl? Of all the few men who have badgered and badgered me, you are the cruelest of all. Can't you see what your gentle insanities do to me? Rob me of anger and give me despair. Blows and abuse I can't take
Is there one here who calls himself Don Quixote de la Mancha? If there is, and he be not afraid to look upon me, let him stand forth.
I am Don Quixote, knight of the woeful countenance.
Now hear me, thou charlatan. Thou art no knight, but a foolish pretender. Thy pretense is but a child's mockery, and thy pretense dirt beneath thy feet.
Oh, false knight, discourteous. Before we begin, speak once thy name.
Thou shalt hear it in due course.
Then tell me why thou seekest me out.
Thou seekest me, Don Quixote. Thou reviled me and threatened.
The great enchanter! Behold at thy feet the gate of battle.
Master, no!
On what conditions do we fight?
Choose thine own.
Very well. If thou art beaten, thy freedom is forfeit, and thou must obey my every command. And thy conditions?
If thou art still alive, thou wilt kneel and beg mercy of my lady Dulcinea.
And where shall I find this lady?
There she stands.
Thy lady is an alley cat.
Monster! Defend thyself!
Hold. Thou see my name, Don Quixote, and I shall tell thee. I am called the Knight of the Mirrors. Of reality, see things as they truly are. Look! What dost thou see, Don Quixote? A gallant knight? Naught but an aging fool. Look! Dost thou see him, Don Quixote? A madman dressed for a masquerade. Look! See him as he truly is. See the clown. Go deep, deep. The masquerade is ended. Confess. Thy lady is a trollop, and thy dream is a nightmare of a disordered mind.
I am Don Quixote, knight errant of La Mancha, and my lady is the lady Dulcinea. I am Don Quixote, knight errant of La Mancha, and my lady.
Master!
It is done.
Master, it's Samson Carrasco. It's only Samson Carrasco.
Forgive me, Senor Quijana. It was the only way.
Cervantes! Prepare to be summoned!
By whom?
The judges of the Inquisition! Captain, how soon? Soon! But not yet. Good, we'll have time to finish your story.
Oh, but the story is finished.
What?
Well, at least as far as I know of it.
I don't think I like this ending. I don't think the jury likes it either. Don Miguel de Cervantes, I'm afraid you failed. It is the sentence of this court.
Give me a moment.
Oh, I'll grant it, but the Inquisition.
Just a few minutes. Let me improvise. Come on.
I'm afraid there will be more need of my services than his.
I According to recent theory,
Oh,
the mind...
please, Doctor.
Don't you think I did right?
Yes, there's the contradiction. We never should have gone
You
out.
again.
Tell him to go away.
What harm can he do?
Oh, yes, it's already been done.
Can I speak with him, Your Reverence?
I'm afraid he won't hear you.
Then I won't say much.
And no mention of knight errantry.
Oh, of course not. Does one speak of the rope in the house of the hanged? Oh, excuse me, Your Grace.
Your Grace.
Just a few words to lighten his heart. A little gossip, a little chat, a little idle talk of this and that. I'll tell him all the troubles that I've had, and since he doesn't hear, at least he won't feel bad. When I first got home, my wife Teresa beat me, but the blows fell very lightly on my back. She kept missing every other stroke and crying from the heart that while I was gone, she'd gone and lost her neck. Oh, of course I hit her back, Your Grace, but she hit a lot harder than I. And you know what they say, whether the pitcher hits the stone or the stone hits the pitcher, it's gonna be very bad for the pitcher. So I've got bruises from here to... A little gossip, a little chat, a little idle talk of this and that. If no one listens, that is just as well. At least I won't get caught in any lies I tell. Oh, I haven't fought a windmill in a fortnight, and the humble joys get duller every day. Why, when I'm asleep, a dragon with this fiery tongue a wagon whispers, Sancho, won't you please come out and play?
That's enough now.
Why, I didn't do anything.
I warned you about
I was only
this.
trying to. Did Your Grace say something?
You're a fat little bag stuffed with proverbs.
Yes, Your Grace. As I was saying.
Uncle.
My dear. Good morning, Padre. Or is it evening?
Alonso.
How do you feel, sir?
Not well, my friends.
Can you speak your name?
Should a man not know his name, Dr. Carrasco?
If you would just say it.
Alonso Quijana. Padre,
Yes,
I would like to make a will.
of course.
Uncle.
Forgive me, my dear. It's just, when I close my eyes, I see a red horse, and it beckons me to mount.
No, Uncle, you will get well.
Why should a man get well when he is dying? It would be such a waste of good health. Come closer, my friends. While I was asleep, I dreamed so strangely. Oh, such dreams. I dreamt that I was... No, I dare not tell you lest you think me mad.
Put them from your mind.
They are gone, my dear, nor do I know what they meant. Padre,
Here beside you. Speak, and I shall write.
I, Alonso Quijana, with one foot in the stirrup and the agony of death already upon me, do make
Don't
the
admit
following
anyone.
bequests of my estate. The bulk of it I bequeath to my beloved niece, Antonia Quijana, with the exception of personal bequests which are as follows.
I say you cannot!
Get out of my way, you
It's this lady from the inn.
I tried to stop her. She threatened to.
Tear your eyes out.
Get out of here.
And if you touch me again, by
Get
God,
out of here.
not before I see him.
I'm warning you. Go, Quali, or out.
Let be.
Signor Quijana.
In my house there will be courtesy. Come closer, girl. Now then, what do you want?
Don't you know me?
Should I?
I am Aldonza.
I am sorry. I do not know anyone by that name.
He knows. Please, my lord.
Why do you say my lord? I am not a lord.
You are my lord, Don Quixote.
Don Quixote. Forgive me, I have been very ill. It may be that I have known you once, but I do not remember.
Let's go.
Please try to remember
Is it so important?
everything. My whole life, you spoke to me and everything was different.
I spoke to you?
And you called me by another name. The
must insist.
Let be. Then perhaps it was not a dream.
You spoke of a dream. About the quest.
The quest.
How you must fight. And it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. As long as you follow the quest.
The words. Tell me the words.
To dream, the impossible dream. But they're your own words. To fight, the unbeatable foe. Don't you remember? To bear, with unbearable sorrow. You must remember. To run, where the brave dare not go.
To right, the unrightable wrong.
Yes.
To love, pure and chaste from afar.
Yes.
To try, when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star.
Thank you, my lord!
But this is not seemly, my lady. On thy knees to me.
My lord, you're not well.
Not well. What is sickness to a knight errant? What matter wounds? For each time he falls, he shall rise again. And woe to the wicked! Sancho!
Here, your grace!
My armor! My sword!
More misadventures!
Adventures, old friend. Oh, the trumpets of glory now call me to ride. Yes, the trumpets are calling to me. And wherever I ride, ever staunch at my side, my squire and my lady shall be. I am Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha. Our destiny calls and we go. And the wild winds of fortune shall carry us onward. Oh, with master, whithersoever they blow, onward to glory. I go.
My lord!
De profundis clamate, Domine, Domine, ori vocem meam,
My master's dead.
Antores tue intente, a vocem obsecrationis me,
Believe,
si delictorum memoriam servaveris. Domine, Domine, qui sustinebit.
Under authority of the Holy Office of the Inquisition, by reasons of certain offenses committed against His Majesty's most Catholic Church, the following is summoned to give answer to and submit his person for purification if it so be ordered, Don Miguel de Cervantes.
How popular a defendant I am. Not quite finished with one court before I'm summoned before another. Well, how pleads the jury?
Cervantes, I think I know what this contains. The history of your mad night. Plead as well there as you did here, and you may not burn.
I've no intention of burning. Shall we go, old friend? Courage.
Cervantes, I think Don Quixote is brother to Don Miguel.
God help us. We are both men of La Mancha.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love, fear, and chase from afar, to try when you're all too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for another cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will be peaceful and calm when I lay to my rest, and the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars, still strong with his last ounce of courage, to reach the unreachable Before you can get a musical going, you have to have some very special people. And one of those special people is here with us tonight. Could we please have Dan Hayes come to the
Mr.
week, exactly, to help us put what you've seen together. And he wasn't back. Trust me, we know. And we just really want to thank him for it.